Today's tech news moves fast, but understanding it shouldn't be hard. That's why Snarful Solutions Group brings you Connecting the Dots, where we break down what's happening in tech and why it matters to you. Now, let's dive in with your hosts.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Connecting the Dots, your one-stop shop for making sense of all those crazy tech headlines. We break it down so you don't have to, wade through all the jargon and stuff.
Exactly. We cut through the noise and tell you what really matters. Like, how will this actually affect you, in your everyday life?
So today we've got a pretty interesting mix of stories, 5 to be exact. And we're talking everything from like the brains of AI to the way you pay for your next shopping spree.
Lots to unpack, so let's jump right in.
Okay, so first up, let's talk Intel. Everyone's heard of Intel, right? Big chip maker. Well, word on the street is their new CEO, Lip-Bu Tan, is thinking about shaking things up, especially when it comes to their AI strategy.
Yeah, there's been some buzz about that. Reuters actually had a report about it recently.
Right. And they're even talking about maybe some staff cuts, particularly in middle management. Now, Intel's been around forever, right? They're kind of a cornerstone of the whole tech world.
Absolutely. So any big changes they make, especially in something as important as AI, is going to have a ripple effect.
For sure. And it makes you wonder, like, why the staff cuts? Are they, like, shifting gears completely? Or are they feeling the heat from the competition?
It's definitely a sign they're reevaluating their approach.
So, okay, how does this affect, the average person? Well, think about it. Intel makes the chips that are in, like, everything, your computer, your phone, the servers that run all the websites you visit.
They're kind of the backbone of the digital world.
Right. So if Intel's changing its AI game, it could change how fast things develop. Like faster computers, better AI assistants on your phone, even like how efficient those giant data centers are.
Yeah, their decisions now could have a big impact on the technology we'll be using a few years down the road.
Imagine they're building a new highway.
Right.
Even if you're not driving the construction vehicles, if they change the route, it's going to affect your journey eventually.
That's a good way to put it. And it's not just about how fast we get there, but also where we end up. What kind of AI are they focusing on? Is it for personal devices, for the cloud, or something else entirely?
Yeah, that's the big question. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about another tech giant. Google. They're doing some interesting stuff with their AI chips too. Apparently, they're teaming up with a Taiwanese company called MediaTek.
This is to develop their next generation of tensor processing units, or TPUs as they're called. These are basically the brains behind a lot of Google's AI.
Yeah, like think about how Google Search gives you such accurate results so quickly, or how Google Translate can switch between languages almost seamlessly. That's all thanks to TPUs.
And this new partnership with MediaTek is on top of their existing one with Broadcom. So it's like they're bringing in even more expertise to make these chips even better.
Right, and this is good news for us, because better TPUs mean, well, better AI. Like imagine even faster search results, more accurate translations, smarter features in all the Google apps we use every day.
Exactly. It's all about making AI more powerful and efficient.
It's like if you have different car companies competing to build the best car, right? Eventually, we all benefit from those improvements.
Exactly. It pushes the whole industry forward.
Now, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about something that a lot of gamers are familiar with. Discord. You know that platform where you can chat with friends while you play?
Yeah, they've actually just announced something pretty cool, a social software development kit, or SDK.
This SDK, it's basically a set of tools that lets other developers integrate Discord features directly into their own games and apps.
This means you could see things like your Discord friends list popping up within a game, or like the ability to message your Discord buddies from a different app entirely.
And they're even planning to bring this to consoles and mobile devices. Imagine playing a game on your PlayStation and being able to chat with your friends who are on their PCs, all through Discord. No need to switch apps or anything.
Yeah, it's about creating that seamless connection no matter what you're doing online.
It's like having a universal adapter for your online social life. And this is a big deal because it means more games and apps will be able to build in these community features.
Exactly. It could make online experiences much more social and engaging.
Okay, let's move on to something that affects how we pay for things. There's some news about Walmart and their OnePay service. You know, that thing that lets you buy now and pay later.
Ah, yes. Buy now, pay later, or BNPL. It's becoming increasingly popular.
Right. Well, it looks like Walmart's OnePay is making a change. CNBC is reporting that they're going to partner exclusively with Klarna for their BNPL option.
They're replacing a firm, which they've been using up until now.
Right. And there are even rumors that OnePay might try to, buy a part of Klarna. So what does this mean for shoppers? Well, if you use Buy Now, Pay Later at Walmart, you're going to be dealing with Klarna from now on.
That means different terms, potentially different interest rates, and even a different app or website for managing your payments.
Yeah, it's important to pay attention to these details because BNPL can be a bit tricky. Those interest rates can sneak up on you if you're not careful.
It's like choosing a different credit card, basically. Each one has its own pros and cons.
Okay, last story for today. This one's a bit different. It's about, corporate espionage in the tech world.
Ooh, juicy.
Yeah. So there's this company called Rippling. They provide HR services. And they're suing their competitor, Deel.
The New York Times had an article about this. Apparently, Rippling is claiming that Deel hired someone within their Dublin office to steal trade secrets.
Right. And get this. They say they caught this person using what they call a honeypot Slack channel. Basically, a fake channel designed to lure them in.
Wow, that's pretty clever, but also kind of scary, right?
Yeah, it definitely shows how competitive things can get in the tech world and how valuable intellectual property is.
Absolutely.
But you might be thinking, okay, how does this affect me? Well, on the surface, it seems like a fight between two companies, right? But it actually highlights how important data security is.
Especially for companies that handle sensitive information like, employee data.
Right. And these kinds of legal battles, they can change how these companies operate, how they protect their data, the services they offer. And a lot of us work for companies that use these kinds of HR services. So in a way, it could indirectly affect all of us.
It's a reminder that even these behind-the-scenes conflicts can have real-world consequences.
So there you have it. 5 stories that show just how dynamic the tech world is. We talked about potential shakeups at Intel, new partnerships in the world of AI chips, Discord's efforts to make online experiences more social, changes in how we pay for things, and a little bit of corporate drama.
We hope this deep dive has helped you connect the dots and understand how these developments could affect your everyday life.
And before we wrap up, we just wanted to say Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
We are here to help here at Snarful, so reach out on our website if you have any more questions.
That's a wrap on today's top stories. Remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to help connect the dots. If you've got questions or want to learn more, visit us at snarful.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.